That's nice. I messed up.
Welcome back to Hardware Hangout. Glad you could join us. Packers just lost terribly to the Vikings. So we're gonna go inside and drown our sorrows in some drywall. We have 9 holes to patch. Could be a 2-dayer. So let's go in, get those drywall holes patched, and forget about the Packers for a day.
So complete today's project, we will be utilizing everything you see here. We've got our drywall saw, we've got a little auger to mix up the compound, drills, spackle, tape measure, and of course the excess sheets of drywall. Let's get to cutting these holes out. Alright, so first you're going to want to cut past the ruined drywall. So you're going to want to get maybe an inch or so past. You can kind of feel inside, find out where it ends, and then that's for the vertical. For the horizontal, you're going to want to cut until you hit a stud. And you want to get halfway into the stud so that your new sheet you can place right in. So let's get to cutting. Alright, I found solid drywall. Now I'm going to cut over straight across. There we have the stud. Now same on this side. There's the stud. Do the same thing on the bottom, get it all the way across. Aim for the center of the stud. Let's see if we can just pop this out. As you can see, found the stud. We have enough room to drill in the new piece into the actual wood. So now let's get this side. And with this, you're going to find drywall screws in the stud, so that's why we have our drill. Let's take them out. So we missed the stud. As you can see, it's right here, but we need to get in a little bit more. So we're going to cut about 1/4 inch so we can get more centered and get more access to that stud. Now that we have it mostly squared, take our tape, measure it, 11 3/8, 11 3/8 high, 15 3/8 across. So we have to cut 11 3/8 by 15 3/8. I'm just going to mark it with my knife. 11 3/8, and then we're going to need 15 3/8. Just line up the extra. Score the inside. There you go. There you have it. She ain't perfect, but she'll work. Like a glove. You can see, got some gaps. Just pushed in a little bit, but we're able to now screw into the studs on each side and make sure that this isn't going anywhere. So now that one's done. Now we have to take on this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this one. Finally, those 2 bad boys. When it comes to electrical outlets, you got to be careful because the stud is either on this side or this side, and running along that is the power. So whenever dealing with this, you want to pull out the drywall before you stick a knife in there, because that could be the end of you. It seems like the stud's here, outlets here, power's on the other side, so we should be good to go. Montage begins. see, this isn't the first time I have patched holes in this room. This one was nicely secured, but not to the studs. So we're gonna cut this one through the stud, all the way across to this stud, and just do a big long piece. Fingers crossed. Ooh. Well, just about done. We got one more. Now we gotta measure. Alright, got them all. Start with the smaller ones. She's in. Oh, 1, 2. Three. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Seven. Alright, got them all in. Now I have to clean up and get to mudding. Okay, so we have the ground mostly cleaned. And it's time to secure each of our panels. We're going to be screwing them in kind of at an angle into the stud, deep, so that there's no movement. And then we can tape it off and start slapping on some mud. There we have it, all screwed in, ready for some tape. For this step, we're going to use this mesh tape. We'll just go along the edges, touching the new drywall and the old drywall, so that when we put on our new spackle or mud, it will help secure it to it and not just push all the way into the crack. Now we're going to do this to the rest of our fine patch jobs, so I'm not going to put you through that, and there you have it. Had to take a pause yesterday, but we are back and ready to start covering these up with mud. You can see they're all taped off, they're all screwed in. We got our poly down, cleared out the room a little bit, and we're going to make our mud, spin it up, and throw her on. So let's get to it. Bucket and our powder. Got me a better knife today. Let's go fill her up. Churn some butter. Remember, everyone, I'm not a professional, and as you can see, I messed up. All right. there we go. A little splatter everywhere. But we got some mud. So let's get to covering up our holes. Finally. So for this, I'm just gonna grab some and fill up this little container. And then I'm gonna attempt to use the big boy. All right, so I got my container. Just gonna scoop some on and plop. Boom, one down. Let's get the rest.
Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes, late night shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play?
Okay, I'm gonna take a little pause here, and we got 4 done, but I'm not a professional. I've done this maybe a handful of times the right way, and I've done it 1,000 times the wrong way. So each step and each time that I do it, I seem to get a little bit better, but as you can see on this one, this side was lower. I tried to even it out. I made a huge mess up here, which we'll wipe off, but we're gonna end up sanding all this stuff down. We're gonna end up painting it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be fixed and it has to look somewhat nice. So once all this stuff is dry and sanded, you'll almost not be able to tell. Then again, I'm sure I'm doing everything wrong. That's okay. If it works, it works.
Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street with Mary Jane, good cocaine, plenty down there to eat. You can double down, throw some dice, you can take off now, don't think twice, but hey, don't you wanna play?
Done, 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 done. One more. Well, battery died in the last one as I was talking about it, but was able to get over and do our final hole. Our mud was becoming not so muddy. I obviously did not put enough water in it to start off with, so it was a race against time, but got our final hole done. Now, as I've said countless times, I'm not a professional. These aren't perfect. They aren't the most beautiful, but once it's dry, once it's sanded down, and once it's painted, it'll be like almost nothing's ever happened. But we got them done. We got the holes filled in. I'm happy because it's been like this for 6 months now. So we got it all done, and on to the next project. Like, subscribe, follow for more.